Cam Underwood stayed in Utah and Miami with us each and every Wednesday night. Cam, we've got a question coming from Junior and the Big Dog, who would basically just like kind of an overview of the injuries that were sustained during spring ball.
Oh, that's a good question. So the injuries that were sustained in spring ball, Brevin Jordan got hurt. It was like a knee, I want to say, so he was held out. Mark Pope and Brian Hightower also, they both had like little arthroscopic surgeries. Again, a little surgery is one done on someone else, but they should both be back. Lorenzo Lingard was hurt from the fall during the season, and he was still rehabbing in the spring. DeAndre Wilder with his, I believe, neck issue was held out in the spring. Somebody else got dinged up. Robert Burns, I think, just because he's made out of glass, he got dinged up a little bit. There might have been one, Zach McLeod with his wrist, which has been an ongoing issue for a couple of years, but that got he was kind of held out a little bit from your contact drills because of that injury. And maybe there was, John Ford had a hand, wrist, arm, elbow, something injury as well. So that's that. Gervin Hall got nicked up. He was held out for a scrimmage or a practice or two. Mike Pinckney was held out for a practice or two, but he was back. But after the first set of injuries, am I missing one? I might be missing one, but I'm not missing like more than one, I don't think. I mean, luckily, it wasn't terrible on the injury bug. You know, like it did crop up a little bit, but it wasn't massive. It wasn't season ending, and it wasn't like a top tier star player. There was no Amon Richards career ending injury type thing. So off the top of my head, and that's a really good question because Miami was generally Corey Gaynor at center. He got injured, and that's why Navon Donaldson slid over from guard to center. And yeah, there might be one other one. But again, that's a good question. I was not prepared for that off the top of my head. But again, that's a really good question. So yeah, I mean, there were some injuries, but I don't think that anybody is going to be out that long per se. I am interested to see what happens with DeAndre Wilder, just because there have been a couple of career-ending neck injuries recently with Miami players. Malik Young from the Orange Bowl a couple years ago, Amon Richards last year. Amon Richards was kind of chronic, so they were just like, yeah, you're not cleared to play anymore, even though it wasn't like a Malik Young, like you did a thing and it broke. It's just like it's not healthy to continue with. So a different kind of thing. And so that gives me pause about DeAndre Wilder because he's been out for a while, and I get that same Amon Richards feeling of we're holding you out and we're going to do some stuff and we're going to see if you can rehab, and then we're going to kind of come back and say, you know what, the doctors have disqualified you because it's in the best interest of your personal health and safety moving forward. So yeah, that's the one that I'm really watching to see if there, like later on, there's anything that comes out about that being a little bit more substantial than we've been led to believe with DeAndre Wilder's. But everybody else, I believe, should be good to go by the fall. From everything that I can think of that I've read and heard at this point.